Incoming right there.
All right, hey everybody, I'm here hanging out with you guys. Nicholas just walked out of the room. We wanted to make sure that everything was running correctly. So this is the part where I ask you guys if you can actually see me. I'm looking at the chat window here, and so far so good. I mean, it's good on that one. There we go. I like the sound of that one right there. All right, so I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna assume that we're rocking here. So that's a good deal. That's a good deal. Hey, we got a new sponsor tonight, Vedder holsters. Have you guys ever heard of them? Have you ever heard of them? Everybody's like, Carl, never heard of them. Me neither, right? So anyways, reach out to them, do a little bit of homework and everything, right? And so here's the deal. These guys, they're proud of the fact that all their holsters are made in America. They got this rock solid spring clip on their LightTuck and LightTuck and RapidTuck holsters that supposed to have zero printing and everything. So even if you're dressed up, you don't have to worry about it printing. Okay, right, that's fair. They offer affordable pricing without skimping on any high quality, and the big deal is they get the stuff out right away to you guys, where a lot of times if you do like a custom fit of a holster for like a special type of flashlight, you know, I run like little O-lights and stuff on certain pistols, right? So they literally they do a quick turnaround, like within a couple of days. So anyways, that's badass. So anyways, we are excited to have Vedder holsters. All right, I'm going to reach out to them. I'm going to get one of them. I got the link in the description under the video. You guys should check them out. I did. I went to their website. I checked them out. And so far, so good. I got a guy in there, Joe Texas, saying that LightTucks are awesome. So, hey, we got guys in the chat window that actually have experience with them. That's good stuff. You guys know the deal. If you are here for the first time, I'll go back over the rules basically with you. Tactical Rifleman, right? So basically what we're going to do is we are going to talk about rifles and stuff tactical. And you guys know that we do survival, we do pistols, we do offensive, defensive, drive, and medical, all kinds of fun stuff. But what I don't want to see is like you guys spamming the window. You spam the window and start talking all this political crap and everything. Antifa is awesome. No, you're in the wrong place. You really are. So my moderators, and we got moderators sitting all over the planet right now, they will give you one warning. They'll put you in timeout for basically 300 seconds. And then they'll invite you to just get the fuck out. All right? And you'll be banned forever. Because we don't need you here. We really don't. We don't need you here. Says he's frozen. No freeze here either. All good. Okay. All right. So apparently some parts of the planet, they have, I'm frozen. Is what it is. Is what it is. So all good. All good indeed. Now, if you guys want to ask me a question, because we're here to talk shop. This is an opportunity. I do this once a week. Can you believe it's been 125 Tuesdays? We're going to literally just interact. My chance to deliver to you guys the latest notes that I have going on in my life here, classes, videos, things like that, things that I'm working on. I got a bunch of great things that I'm working on. But it's also a chance for you guys to interact with me. So if you want to send in a question, you put it in the chat window. You don't have to do super chat. Don't get me wrong. I like it when you do super chat. My bank account likes it. The film crew likes it because I split everything down the middle with the film crew. The film crew gets 50%, and me and my son, we get the other half. So anyways, it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, by all means. So if I miss your question in the chat window, because understand this is scrolling by, I've got the Britchers. The Britchers' job is to basically monitor the moderators and monitor the chat window, and they will send me pictures. For example, Susan just sent the image, our first question of the day. All right, let's see if I can get it here. This one is from Ryan and Colleen. Ryan K. Colleen, I'm sorry. Question, have you personally stepped up your prepping due to current environment? Honest, I haven't stepped up my prepping. Hear me out. Hear me out. Understand that being prepared is a ongoing thing. All right, it is. It's an ongoing thing. So, literally, it's an ongoing thing. So, my hands are a little rough right now because I've literally been mixing diaphanesis earth inside Mylar bags and then oxygen absorbers and stuff like that. But I'm not doing this just because of political climate. We continue to improve our fighting position constantly. That's so. I've been to all kinds of different survival classes and stuff, but I did this one survival course with. It was being put on by 10th Group. And I was in my old recon sniper team for 101st. We're up at Fort McCoy, Wisconsin. There's snow, doing cross-country skiing, rock climbing, all this great stuff. But we're doing this survival stuff, making survival shelters, which is very dear to my heart. Everybody on my scout team, we all carried Sierra saws and a poncho, 550 cord, little stove, all this stuff, all in our little butt ruck, our little butt pack on the back of our LBE. And the instructor made this, and he had an awesome shelter. And I asked him, like, so, okay, what's next? What do we build next? And he said this statement that stuck with me. And what he said was, continue to improve your shelter, your survival shelter, every day until you have a 2-story house with a 3-car garage. Okay, and he's exaggerating a little bit, but not really. If you think about it, right? When the Pilgrims landed, remember Mayflower coming in, lands on Plymouth Rock. The Pilgrims, that first winter was rough. They didn't even have enough trees. They literally, if you go back and do your homework, a lot of those houses were made out of sod. Literally, where you cut the grass and you stack the sod. Okay, it was a rough winter for them. Do you think 3 years later they were still living in houses made out of sod? How about no? All right. But fast forward, I'm sitting in Africa and the guy's got a little grass hut, literally right out of Gilligan's Island, grass hut, and ran down. And I used to jog up this mountain to go change batteries, kind of exercise, jog up the mountain, change the batteries on the retrans site. Jog back down. Well, I go up and literally the old guy is there and he's building, he's working on the grass hut. So I'm like, okay, cool. He's going to build another room to it. He's going to make a 2-story house with a 3-car garage. So I come back 3 days later to do the batteries again, and he's built an identical Gilligan's hut, grass hut, right next to the other one, and he's just letting the other one rot. And I'm like, why didn't you improve that one, like make another room or bedroom or kitchen? And he said, no, this is how we live. And I'm like, this is in Haiti, not Africa, it's in Haiti. And I'm like, okay, monkeys, you're gonna stay on the set of Gilligan's Island forever, and then you wonder why nobody on the world stage takes you serious and why everyone has to come to your aid. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Cool. Yeah, that's the way of life you want to lead. Me, I'm going to continue to improve my foxhole all the time. And that means food stores, water, defenses, things like that, communications, medical. You need to get that list of survival basics, right? And you can go 3 minutes without air. You can go 3 minutes without shelter or something like that. Whatever. It's not very long. It's 3 hours without shelter. Not if you're in like the freezing cold, you fall in the ocean, but in general. That's some good stuff right there, guys. It's going to be a long night. Going to be a long night. All right. So anyways, I encourage you guys to stay prepared. I am. Don't worry about the current political climate, guys. Don't Yeah. Don't worry about. Oh, I got a super chat. She's saying that I missed already. Holly Movie Star threw down 2 bones. Do you know folks at Compass Lake Engineering in Florida? I do not. I've never even heard of Compass Lake. So I'll take that as a no. Should I? Should I know somebody at Compass Lake? Susan's saying that's one from last week. Okay, thank you, Susan, for passing it on. Hopefully they're here. LV Truckee, Carl, comma. Going to Mexico for some dive ops and R&R. I always carry IFAKs and meds, but anything else should I carry to be more prepared? Maps of the area, way to communicate. If you're not into, literally, if you can't afford a SATCOM radio, literally, everybody remembers the old Spot. It was basically a satellite beacon, so like if you were out hunting or whatever, you could hit a SOS button. Spot, I haven't ran that forever, but I use what's called a Spot X, and this is actually sitting on my desk because I use it as Operation Valkyrie. Now we had radios, we had cell phones, we had texts, we had everything. That was but part of our PACE-PAN, primary alternate contingency emergency, was the first year it was sat phone, but you understand it's like $400 a year for me to do my Iridium cell phone, where I only needed it for Operation Valkyrie. This thing, guys, called the Spot X. Literally, you can't talk with it, but you can text all you want. Literally, the base plan I think is 300 texts, and it's really not very much. Really not very much. When you're not using it, hang it up in the tornado shelter right next to the rest of the radios. You'll never need it. But if I was you, I'd consider taking that. On top of that, you should be running, because you're going to have your cell phone with you, right? Everybody calls this a cell phone. This is actually a handheld personal computer, right? So in other words, you should have some good apps on this. For example, Life 360, a way of tracking your family. It's good in like 17 countries now. I think one of them is Mexico. So if you're going with family members or other members in your group, literally you can put them in how accurate is it? I literally use my phone and that app to find my wife and my daughter in the dark at a Killers concert. There was 44,000 people there, and we weaved our way through the crowd and got within, I could see my wife and daughter. We were about 100 feet away from them. And literally, it's that accurate. Besides that, the app Gaia GPS. Again, guys, I rock all this stuff on my phone here. Gaia GPS. It should open up Gaia GPS. It's cool, right? Because you have maps, you have satellite imagery, you have all this, but everybody gets reliant on Google Maps. Google Maps only works for you guys if you've got cell phone coverage, if you've got GPS coverage. Gaia GPS, it's better if you have cell phone and GPS coverage, but it also works without it. So it's great stuff. I always download maps to wherever I'm going. My whole book set of books that I recommend you guys get. If you're not familiar with my book set, my recommendation of books that you guys should have in your library, go to tacticalrifleman.com. You can check it out. But all those books, hardcover, that are on the bookshelf in the man room, the majority of those books, when you go to buy it off of Amazon, you can pay the extra 99 cents and get that book on Kindle. So now, literally on Kindle, you've got all your reference manuals, Where There Is No Doctor, Where There Is No Dentist. You can get pretty well the whole Foxfire series. Survival, the SAS Survival Manual. You can get all these books on Kindle. They're great to have on your phone. So anyways, that's some of the stuff I would recommend that you do preparing for that trip. Literally, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. What do I know? You do whatever you want. All right, next one is from Ram Galvin. Sorry, guys, I'm burping up dinner. We just did steaks over at the shed. They were awesome. We had 8 ribeyes and a couple New York strips. I didn't do the strips, so give that to the girls. I got myself a juicy ribeye. baked potatoes, oh man, y'all are making me hungry. Ram Galvin. I've got a Glock 19. I'd like to put a 508 on it. You recommended getting an aftermarket slide or just sending it into Glock. Looking for something that's easier on the pockets. I don't know if Glock cuts their slides. I really don't. I don't believe they do. There are companies that you can reach out to. We actually had one sponsor a live stream, I want to say about a month and a half ago. You can go back through our video archive just on live streams. It'll be easy for you to find. Go back and there's a company, and I apologize, I don't remember the name of it right now, but that's what they do. Literally, you send them your slide and they will cut it for you. So they do good work. They do great work. And you can get all your other cuts and painting and everything else done to it. They do complete trigger jobs. But the big thing is you can get your slide cut there. Me personally, I would just buy an aftermarket slide. For example, one of my favorite ones, I think it's Voodoo. They're owned by Adams Arms, but I got one of their slides cut for an RMR, which means you could then put the 509 or the 507 directly on it. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, basically what we're talking about is red dot optics. Okay, they're awesome. Is that optic turned on? I gotta turn it on for you guys so you know. You guys know I swear by that Vulcan reticle, man. That thing is just totally badass. Totally badass. It's right there. So if you can't find that dot, that big circle will help you find it. My only gripe about the 507 with the Vulcan was it wasn't enclosed. You get one snowflake come down on your emitter, you're out of the fight. We actually got to see that in our Combat Pistol 101 class on Friday. So I want one with an enclosed emitter. Enter the 509 with the Vulcan reticle. Totally badass. Totally badass. No more issues with it. I've got it on my work gun and my Glock 45. I've been running the Glock 45 all weekend long. Didn't have any issues with it at all. I'm here to tell you I'm liking the new 509 with enclosed reticle. Might have to do another video. No. Let me beat on it some more. Let me beat on it some more. We'll see how the battery holds up and all that stuff. Okay. My phone's been dinging, which means you guys are sending stuff to Susan, which is awesome. That's what we want. I already did that one. We've had this one a few times, but he's a patron. Okay. Susan says you guys are asking about the hoodie. Actually, you want this hoodie, you've got to reach out to Chad Holsizer. He makes these things. You go to Tactical Rifleman Swag at gmail.com. What I did was I bought the sweatshirt at Walmart along with a bunch of other cheap shirts and went to Chad and said, Chad, pretty pleased with sugar on top. I've got a bunch of videos I got to film coming up. Will you print these for me? And he did. And he's very affordable, guys. All right. And the cool part was the logo on the back. Can you guys see that? I think it looks pretty good. Anyways, so I got a bunch of different sweatshirts done. He's like, well, you want red on the black t-shirt? And I'm like, no, one of my favorite Metallica albums was a black album that had all the logo on the album was in black, and I kind of dug it. So I'm like, no, Chad, put that, do the logo in front on black and do the logo in the back in black, and we'll see how it looks. If it looks like crap, we won't use it anymore. But yeah, indeed, I believe it turned out all right. Okay. All right, so that was that question. I believe she's got a couple more here. This one is from Matt D. Tom at Carl. Do you know anywhere to get military-style land nav maps as a civ? What he's talking about, guys, is MGRS, Military Grid Reference System. All right. Yeah, put in military grid reference system maps, and you can literally buy them from the government online. You can order them from a bunch of different sources. Here's the deal. You can actually download them. The problem with downloading them yourself is if you're using the old military protractor, I have found it's next to impossible to print them to scale. No big deal for me because I make my own protractor for measuring off of your legend at the bottom of the map. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about when I say the term a legend, that's all the data at the bottom of the map. And it means you probably need to take a land nav course. A lot of your forestry maps are available in MGRS or standard lat long. So check them out. Check them out. But basically, honest, I really have quit running printed maps except for my large Rand McNally maps that I run by sections of the U.S. that change in and out of my go bag that I keep in my vehicle depending on what part of the U.S. I'm going. But again, you could never carry. Understand, if you're going on a 2-day road trip, 1,000 miles, you can't carry 1,000 miles worth of military grid reference maps. You understand how many map sheets that would be? Literally, you'd have to take a loan out from the bank just to buy them all. You can download them all. Again, Gaia GPS. I was just talking about that. Literally, you can get all of them because, and don't get me wrong, there are certain maps that you have to pay for. For example, let's say you want to go to a private off-road park somewhere where they literally have all the trails mapped and they've got little waypoints and everything. A lot of times you have to pay like 99 cents or $1.30 to download that map. Okay, if I'm going to go to that off-road park and I want to plan routes ahead of time, like let's say we're competing for time, then I'll pay the $1.99, right? It's no big deal. But honestly, for most places, like when I went to Moab last January, literally I downloaded all the maps free of charge, and you get there and literally it's Hell's Gate was dead on. All the maps are perfect. Why? Because they're the government maps. They're the government maps. We're going to fill that puppy back up. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Susan's got another one here. All right. There's this one right here. This is from Manic Matt. Sir, any thoughts on a good gas mask for a family of 4? Thank you in advance to get around to. Thank you in advance if you get around to my question. Manic Matt. Yeah, it used to be the only place that you guys could get gas masks was Army Surplus. You would go to like if you understand, if you go to an Army Surplus store, that is all stuff that basically has been, the Army has turned in saying it's too old. It's past its shelf life and or its service life in the military. And basically the Army gets rid of them through DRMO. And these connected rednecks will go to DRMO. They got buddies that work there and they pay off, and basically they get all the good stuff from DRMO. The government auctions, basically. So if you go to a big Army Surplus place, you can get good stuff, but understand it's all dated. Now, if you go to gun shows, stuff like that, that's where most of that stuff comes from, is stuff that has been has outlived its service life in the U.S. military, and it's been turned over to the public as basically refuse, trash. Right? They then sell it to you guys. Filters and things like that, so long as they're still sealed, you're probably still good, right? But sometimes if you go to like gun shows and stuff, you'll get stuff that is still in great condition, but a lot of that stuff is hot. What do I mean by hot? Stolen? Maybe not. Maybe some paratrooper fell off of him and landed on the drop zone. Some redneck picked it up. He goes and sells it. That redneck then sells it to you guys at a gun show. Okay, but it used to be that was the only place that you could get that stuff. Not anymore. I think I might actually have one down here. All right, there's another company, and this is their actual stuff right here. Mirror Safety. And they've sponsored a couple of our live streams. But guys, this is a brand new gas mask. Brand new. Now they make one with the single face shield, make it easier for you guys to see, situational awareness, stuff like that. I personally asked for the one with the 2 eyes. Why? Well, Carl, you lose situational awareness. I got that. The eyes actually the glass sit deeper in, and it lines up better with my night vision goggles. My bino's mounted on my helmet. You can get all kinds of different filters. If you're just going to do training, or let's say you're painting or spraying Roundup all over your stuff out in the garden, they have regular particulate filters. You see how narrow that is. But they also sell your full rated gas mask filters that go all nerve agent, blood agents, all kinds of fun stuff. So Mirror Safety, mirrorsafety.com. I'm actually supposed to be designing a class for them. Me and Emery are going to put it on, and basically it's going to be all about fighting wearing gas masks. Being in like MOP level 4, MOP level 3. Military Operational Protective Posture 4 is you not just wearing a gas mask, but you're also in the full chem suit and everything. I know there's a need for this kind of training. There is. So anyways, we're going to put together a class. We kind of had a hiccup. We lost the shoot house at the Louisville Armory. So guys, and I see I have super chats coming in. She's saying, do your super chats now. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to go up as far as I can, see if I can catch these super chats. Guys, if I missed your super chat, please don't take it personal. Blame Susan. That's what I do. Whoa, damn, Captain. Captain threw down 100 bones. Carl, thanks for a great combat pistol course. I learned so much. Do you know where I can find a Walther PPQ with weapon light holster? Honest, dude, I'm not a Walther kind of guy. I know you are. You loved your Walther. Guys, Captain, he came and hung out with us. He says Combat Pistol 101, but he did Combat Pistol 101 on Friday. Then he did Combat Pistol Carbine. He did great. Cool part about coming to our classes is we definitely don't pick on you, but we give you constructive criticism. He showed up and he had this, the drop leg holsters. He was wearing an ankle holster. If you had put this holster any lower on his leg, it would have been laying on the floor. So we got him to raise his holster. We recommended a few other changes to his kit. And all in all, he did good. He did good. I'm going to leave out the part about the guy dropping his pistol on the stress test. Not going to say that. All right. Kevin Terrell is here with 9 bones. Kevin, how are you doing, man? I hope your family are doing great, and I miss you. How's the harvest right working out? Kevin, me and the wife, we were working today, doing some buckets and everything, and taking care of a bunch of other things, but working on another project that you helped me with. But one of the things that me and the wife were talking about was, because we ran out to the store to go buy some supplies, and when we went, we forgot they pick up some apples. Those of you that don't know what Kevin's talking about, because I'm all about knowledge, right? I need to learn to do things. I'm also big on improving my foxhole. So I got a Harvest Right freeze dryer, not a dehydrator like for dehydrating jerky. It, no joke, it freeze dries food. So you put them in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. This stuff is no joke good for 25, 30 years. Awesome stuff. And the reason why we got it was, one, the wife was interested in it, but two, it dawned on me I didn't know anything about it. And I get a lot of questions about that subject. So Anyways, Kevin, it's awesome. We haven't done a batch in 2 weeks because I've been gone. I literally did Operation Valkyrie. Then we went parachuting for a week, and then I'm getting ready for class. Wow, it's been 3 weeks now. So yeah, the wife and I have the itching already. We got to that, and we've been eating the hell out of apples. You're supposed to put the stuff up so it lasts for, like I said, lasts for 25 years. But I got a bunch of canning jars. And oh shit, we probably put like 3 dozen apples all cut up, freeze dried, and we put them into canning jars in the kitchen, and they're better than eating cookies out of the cookie jar. These things are just awesome. The wife loves them. So Kevin, I know you were talking about getting one for your family, and brother, you're welcome to come over, check mine out. I'll give you the whole class on it. Money well spent, indeed. Money well spent. Kevin, always a pleasure. Kevin, you know you're always welcome here on the Hill. We are shooting this Sunday, 2 p.m. after church, and you're more than welcome to stop by. Come visit. If you don't have the ammo, you let me know. I got you covered. Kevin's good people, guys. Kevin's good people. Lives local here. The Gustache 2531. You understand your mama named you weird. I'm just saying. 5 bones. I know combat gauze is the gold standard, but will regular gauze do the job for wound packing if that's all you have? Of course. Literally. Of course. Literally. Can't stress that enough. If somebody is squirmish and not willing to get their fingers inside the wound, you still need to put the combat gauze in the wound. You do understand if the blood's just flowing, combat gauze isn't going to just keep it in. It's not. Combat gauze, and you know, there's a bunch of different brands that make it. If it has a clotting agent on it, it helps a little bit. But understand, if you pack normal, just regular gauze to the actual bleeder, reach into the wound. Don't be squirmish. Reach into that hole with that... Whether it's a knife wound, shattered bone in a car wreck that's squirting blood, gunshot wound, it doesn't matter. Reach in there. If there's a bad bleeder, reach in there and find the bleeder. It'll feel like you've ever drank from the garden hose with your eyes closed? You can feel the water squirting out the end of the garden hose. A bleeder feels the same way. It'll be shunk, 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 shunk if it's a arterial bleeder, or it'll be a slow stream if it's a venous bleed. Find it. And the cool part is once you find it, you can literally stop it with one finger. Push with one finger. You got to take 2 fingers to do the femoral artery. But the rest of them, literally one finger, you can apply enough pressure to stop the bleed. Because you're not trying to compress the whole leg or the whole arm. You're literally compressing just the vessel itself. Compress it, stop the bleeder, and then take your gauze, make a ball with it, press it in there to replace the tip of your finger. Keep packing gauze in there, and keep keeping all that pressure. Make a big mound of gauze above the exterior of the wound. Wrap it with an ace wrap to keep that same pressure. And honest, dude, it works. You don't need combat gauze. If you can afford combat gauze, awesome. But if I got a really bad bleeder, maybe the first one will be combat gauze, but the next 3 or 4 you got to pack into the wound are definitely going to be regular gauze. Understand, we started messing with quick clot very early in my career. I never carried quick clot in my aid bag until much later, and even then never used it. Never used it. You can stop a bleeder without it. Good question though. Good question. I got another one here. I got to go up. Ooh, did I get that one? I got that one. I got that one. Got that one. Without going into joining the military and civilians being too untrained to do this type of training, why don't many instructors or companies teach SUT or team leadership skills for civilians? Actually, they are. There are places that do small unit tactics and team leadership. There's a bunch of different people out there that teach it. For example, if you were to come to our advanced combat pistol course, we get a little bit into moving as teams there. But as far as actual tactics and things like that, there are instructors out there that do it. But understand, I don't need to be teaching people the cool guy stuff if they don't have the basics down. So I want you to master the basics first. Yes, I believe I answered that one well enough. All right, the next one, coming down. A and K, that's AKA Kentucky Fried Korean. She threw down 10 bones, her and her hubby. Her hubby is awesome. Hey, Carl. Got any funny stories of someone losing their weapon during training and the punishment they had to face? My wife definitely didn't leave her pistol at the range during training last week. Oh, Annalise, he just threw you under the bus. That is so awesome. Yeah, guys leaving or losing their weapons in training is always tragic. Always very, very tragic. We had a unit, it wasn't my guys that lost the gun, but one of the infantry battalions while I was in the 101st lost his M16. Turns out they found out after the fact he hid it, said it got lost and that it must have got stolen because his plan was to come back later on and sell it. But they kept them out there for like 3-4 days. I didn't have to stay out there 3-4 days because my buddy Daniel was my running buddy. Me and him, we were basically a couple of prostitutes running around in Nashville, hitting all the bars. This is before I met my wife. Anyways, me and Daniel, he was my running buddy. We're all out with the rest of the battalion looking for this lost M16A2. And long story short, I hear Daniel squealing like a little girl, spin my head over just in time to see him basically pulling his arm back with a copperhead attached to it. So we end up bringing him to the hospital. If most people here in the U.S., we don't have bad snakes like Australia and Africa and places like that. We have a few bad ones here. Eastern diamondback. The coral snake is very poisonous, but I mean, basically, shy of in the middle of your fingers, a coral snake's not going to be able to bite you. Maybe an infant, something like that. Water moccasins and copperheads, yes, they hurt bad. You might have some tissue necrosis, but it's not going to kill you. All right. So, anyways, he got bit by a copperhead. And long story short, we did what you're supposed to do. Keep him calm. All right. Mark the site of the swelling. But basically just supportive care. Let it run its course. The whole thing, well, you got to put on a tourniquet. No, don't put on a tourniquet. And you can get deeper into treatment protocols for different types of snake bites as far as compression with ace wraps and stuff like that. But at the same time, if you don't know what you're doing to slow the poison, you can actually do further damage to the patient. Keep them calm, get them to the hospital as fast as possible. Long story short, they just monitored him for a few days, pain, it hurt, and he was fine after a few days. They eventually found the gun. I say that about the snake bites, guys, because all this stuff like, you cut open the wound and try to suck out the venom. Don't do that. Don't be stabbing your buddy with a pocket knife trying to, or razor blade trying to suck out the, no. How about no? No, don't do it. Don't do it. And as far as anti-venom and stuff like that, there are more people in the U.S. that have allergic reactions to anti-venom. You see what I'm getting at? Don't get me wrong. Overseas, if it's a king cobra or a green mamba or something like that, I understand. Anti-venom is about the only chance you have. But here in the States, don't worry about it. Suck it up. You'll be fine. Quit crying like a little girl. Next one. I cannot believe Annalise lost her blaster. Oh man, lay that girl across your knee and spank her till it's pink. All right. Glocks are for kids. Robin Patty. How you doing, Robin? We miss you. I hope your shoulder's healing up. She just threw down 10 bones. Arm is out of the sling. Has a lot of limits on how I can move it. No lifting or weights allowed. Rotator cuff surgery sucks when you're a paraplegic. Now it's time for Carl's smartass response. You knew it was coming. All right. Yes, it is funny that you're stuck in a wheelchair and basically you lost power to one of your wheels. So, but I mean, laps around the track must have been so much faster with just one wheel spinning, right? I mean, it's all in how you look at it, you know? It's all in how you look at it. Robin, honestly, I'm glad you're feeling better. And it was awesome having you on our Patreon live stream. What was that? A couple weeks ago, last month already. Wow. But yeah, it was awesome having you on the live stream. And those of you that don't know, if you go to patreon.com/tactical rifleman, because you guys know, like, this video has already been demonetized. Literally, look on monetization and it says off. Why? Because YouTube does not like guns. So why do we do this? We do this because I have sponsors that help a little bit. They don't pay for the bills, but because we are able to keep this YouTube channel alive because of you guys, my patrons, the Captain and Susan and Erica and even Jerry J. All you guys, you guys in the chat window, you know which guys are my patrons, and you guys know I love you. Because you're helping me keep this thing alive. Those of you that are not patrons, that's okay. I'm not saying you have to be a patron at all. Not at all. But I will say you're missing out on a lot of great Tactical Rifleman content. You really are. We have grown quite a Patreon family. We do quick shoot and tip videos. We do question and answer videos. We do story time with Carl. But one of my favorite things is once a month, we do a Zoom live stream, kind of like this, but it's Zoom. So instead of you just seeing me, you're actually looking at Heather Flyfishes and Phil W. and Susan Britcher and Jerry J. and Pat O'Connor. And of course, on the last one, we had Rob and Patty actually hang out. And of course, Erica Hotstetler never misses one. We love having Erica there with her bulldogs. Yeah, we got a great family. So anyways, I look forward to that. And Robin, it was great having you there. I'm not going to bash you too much. That's not me. I don't bash people. Y'all act like I'm a bad person. Glocks are for kids. Susan, I am caught up on Super Chat. I saw she has sent some more here. All right. There's another one. This is from Headspace. Now, see, your mom was cool about names. You imagine going to school? My name's Joey. All right, what's the next kid's name? My name's Headspace. That'd be cool. That would be cool. I was almost named my son Thor. That would have been awesome, right? It would have been awesome. Headspace question. Can you talk about expiration dates and rotation of med supplies? All right, if you've got a medical background, or at least a good network, understand some drugs go bad like toxic. Other meds just go bad as in they become less effective. So what they do, what I mean by that, for example, Tylenol and aspirin, all right? They don't ever go bad, like to point where they're toxic and they'll kill you, all right? But a lot of these drugs, they lose their effectiveness. So what the military does, because, for example, you go to a military aid station, they don't get little bottles. They get big bottles of 1,000 tablets. And they'll get a big box of a bunch of big bottles of 1,000 tablets. And that big box comes stacked on top of 10 other big boxes of big bottles of 1,000 tablets. And because they're always giving out, the military issues out their drugs in little Ziploc bags, little plastic Ziploc. So let's say you got a bottle of Tylenol that's getting ready to expire and it's still half full. You've got 500 tablets left in it. It's getting ready to expire. Well, the Army actually runs tests on the potency of that drug. And what they do is they then say that lot number is still effective until such and such date. They give it a new expiration date. So you'll find bottles that have the expiration date with an ink line through it with another date. And that date will have an ink line through it and it'll have another date. So me, as a good SF medic that I am, I just say, okay, that's a drug that I accept. Understand, not all drugs are like that. Some drugs, specifically antibiotics, actually get toxic. Tetracycline, for example, actually gets poisonous. And I understand there's some people out here that are saying, no, it doesn't, Carl. It doesn't. It doesn't. It can. All right. So I don't care that you're a doctor and you had a class on it by somebody else. I don't care. I don't care. All right. You as a doctor in a hospital are not a doctor that babysits and stares at tetracycline all day long to see if it goes bad. But you understand, there are actually biochemists that do that stuff. All right. So unless you're the biochemist that babysits tetracycline, keep your comments to yourself. This is the part where we invite you to go start your own live stream. Right. But you see what I'm getting at? All right. So be careful with it. All right. But do your research also. All right. Susan just reminded me that we're supposed to do a giveaway. All right. Today's giveaway, we actually got a couple giveaways, but this first one right off the bat, and here's the deal. To enter the giveaway, you've got to put a certain phrase in the chat window. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. So hear me out, because you may not want it. You may not want it. All right. Here's the deal. One of my patrons purchased a slot for the, you guys hear me talk about Refuge Medical, refugemedical.com, Bear Independent, great guy, right? Great guy. Anyways, one of my patrons purchased a slot, a medical class slot from Refuge Medical. It is for their Essential Responder course. It is on 11 and 12 April. Here's why this is important, because 13 April through 18 April, I'm there in Texas at Tiger Valley teaching Combat Pistol 101, Combat Pistol Carbine, Carbine Zero Mastery, Advanced Combat Pistol Carbine, 6 days straight classes. Well, the 2 days prior, 11th and 12th of April, Refuge Medical is coming down to run a Essential Responder class, 2-day long medical class. Awesome class. Basically, picture a Stop the Bleed class, a TCCC class for civilians on steroids. The whole second day is scenario based. It's an awesome course. If you guys want this free slot, you guys need to go into the chat window and put Susan is awesome. That's it. You can only enter a limit of 3 times, and after that, your name gets bumped out. So what are you waiting for? Literally, Susan is awesome. Put it in the chat window. You get automatically entered. Again, this is for the Essential Responder course put out by Refuge Medical, 11th and 12th of April. It's going to be an awesome class, guys. I'm going to be down there. I'm not one of the instructors. I will be down there during that time frame. I'd love to have you guys stay and come to Combat Pistol 101 the following day. So a lot of you that are already coming, and I think that those classes are like 3/4 full already. I got a couple slots left if you're interested. Love to have you guys stay and take it. And for all my guys that have already signed up, I'd love to have you come 2 days early and take this Essential Responder course. So get busy. Susan is awesome. Put it in the chat window now. Make it happen. Yeah, if you're free to take that class. I mean, if you're not, or you could give the slot away to somebody else. You're free to do that. All right. We got another giveaway we're going to do next hour. And it's for a knife or two. We'll see what mood I'm in. I got another question here. This is from Mitansu Asani. Mitansu Asani. Hi, Carl. How do you breathe when taking long-range sniper shots? Basically, when you breathe, you want to breathe normal. But if you actually watch yourself breathing, it's hard to watch yourself breathing because you're conscious of it. Watch somebody else, and what you'll see, watch when somebody is just sitting there. I like to watch people, right? But watch somebody sitting next to you at a bus station. Like anyone actually goes to a bus station anymore? In an airport, in a restaurant, in a waiting room at the hospital, whatever it is. Watch somebody else who's like in their phone, not doing anything. And what you'll see, because most people, I mean, everybody thinks you breathe like this. You don't. That is accessory muscles, and that's voluntary. But your automated breathing is with your diaphragm. So most people are belly breathers. But if you watch, most people breathe up and down, and then there's what is called your normal respiratory pause, and then you breathe again. Normal respiratory pause, normal, breathe again, normal respiratory pause. Now that sounds great, and if you're just shooting at paper targets, try to shoot during your normal respiratory pause. Right? Makes sense. Now, you specifically use the word sniper, but it also applies to my hunters out there. Understand, we can't a lot of times shoot in our normal respiratory pause. So what you do is hyperoxygenate your blood. Breathe in deep, breathe in deep, breathe in deep, breathe in deep, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. But then when you're ready, breathe out, and you're basically holding your breath. And what you find when you breathe in a little bit, if you're on a bipod or a tripod, when you breathe in, it'll actually lower the front of your gun, and you breathe out, it'll actually raise the front of the gun. But you're basically controlling your breathing to get that crosshairs up and down where you want it. And then 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds on that trigger, the shot goes off. All right. And then you immediately start breathing again. Now, so I'm cautioning people, because if you think about what I just said, a lot of people take that as, well, Carl said, hold your breath. That is not what Carl said at all, because a lot of people hold their breath when they're shooting. They don't even realize they're doing it. And what you end up doing is your eyes actually start flickering, because your body becomes starved for oxygen. So I am not saying hold your breath. I'm saying over hyperventilate, increase the amount of oxygen in your blood, so that way you can have a longer respiratory pause between them. All right, does that make sense? That's what I'm saying. Control that breathing, guys. Control that breathing. All right. All right, so I got to get back to my chat window of woe here. See, I don't have anybody saying Susan is awesome. Joe, Texas, Susan is awesome. You guys, you got to just breathe in, breathe out, hands up now, hands down. I guess nobody wants that slot. I saw that Joshua says, Jaeger says he's going to train civilians. I hope so. I hope everybody trains civilians. I'm very big on training civilians. I'm very big on training military, very big on training law enforcement. I'm very big on training everybody. I actually just watched my wife. She's walking. She just left the shed. I'm watching the security cameras. She's walking out. Everybody's walking out. They must have just got done. Jamie and Chastity, everybody came to grill tonight. Good stuff indeed. Susan is saying, you got super chats. Susan, I don't think I missed any super chats. Susan is saying, I missed a super chat. All right, I guess I got another one. All right, Mike Cunnels, 20 bones. Shout out to James Yeager, who is struggling with health issues. Yeah, guys. Yeah, let's give a shout out. We'll keep James Yeager in our prayers. Here's the deal, guys. A lot of people hate James Yeager on the internet. Why? Why do they hate James Yeager? Because he's got that personality where he wants to either... He's loud. He's deliberately loud, like Howard Stern's The Shock Jock. You either hate him or you like him. There's no in the middle. My wife's coming up the door with little baby Ada. I guess they're coming over the house to hang out for a while. So, as far as James Yeager go, I've never met the guy. I know a lot of people that hate him. But I also know a lot of people that actually were there with him overseas when he had his little thing with the convoy. And they said he's actually a decent guy. He didn't do anything wrong. So, like I said, I've never met the guy. I'm not judging the guy at all. So, yeah, we wish James Yeager the best of health. Vince Gordon threw down 5 bones. Howdy, Carl. Any interesting stories, etc., with regarding the Detachment A Berlin? Fascinating history. Detachment A Berlin. Honest, I don't have any stories about them. Sorry, brother. I wish I did. I do not. I'm scrolling down, Susan. I'm scrolling. Uh-oh. William Mathis threw down 50 bones and then didn't even have a question. William, I appreciate it, dude. I'm all about taking people's money. I'm a big fan of it. And, yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. The film crew says thank you. Yeah, guys, I know a lot of YouTubers, they do very well because literally, you know, that's all they do. They're 100% focused on their YouTube channel. And, you know, but they do all their own editing, their own filming and everything. That's fine. I kind of started this whole thing because I enjoy teaching. I want to make concerned citizens into capable citizens. So when the film crew asked me, you understand, they're the ones that started the YouTube channel, Tactical Rifleman. They started it with, I got to name it, and they're like, Carl, we're doing this with you. We'll split everything right down the middle. Okay, cool. So that's cool. So when somebody throws down $25, $50, I think that's awesome. YouTube's going to get their cut, which I think is like 40%. And then half of it goes to the film crew. Half of it comes to me. And I'm awesome. I love it. This is a great supplement for my military retirement. And, you know, then we just taught a great class this past weekend, 3 days long. We had some of the best Americans you've ever met in your life. Very, very capable citizens. These guys did awesome. They did very, very awesome. Guys, you realize we are 3 minutes away from doing a giveaway. Isn't that cool? That is so cool. So we're going to do our giveaway here. Top of the hour. I hear somebody opening doors, running through. I wonder if Jamie came over to visit me. Guys, when we hit 8 o'clock, I'm going to have Susan draw the winner for me. So that means my mods out there, chemistry student, Donut, JT, all you monkeys, time to go to work. Let's see, alphas. Let's see what they say. Yup, P should be. I see the smoke. You're late. She's saying I'm late. You see the kind of, they don't cut me no slack. Susan don't cut me any slack at all, but that's all right. You guys know the deal. We need Mama Bear. She does a lot for us here. All right. She said I missed the super chat. Ghost Anime. 5 bones. Teaching Girl Scouts grades 2nd through 12th this weekend about first aid, CPR. Any tips on the actual teaching part would be helpful if you got it. As far as teaching little girls like that, tell them not to be scared. Tell them that it's okay to be scared. It is, but that they have to deal with it. They do. They have to deal with it, and if they don't, somebody's going to die. So they need to do the right thing. Do the right thing. It's normal to be scared. It's normal to have fear in your eyes. It's normal to have tears running down your face. Just explain to them it's okay. And that even because a lot of people are hesitant to do CPR because they're scared that they're going to do it wrong. It is better for you to do 3/4 CPR than no CPR at all. Yes, it would be perfect. It'd be a perfect world if everybody could do perfect chest compressions, the exact perfect depth at the correct rate, and give rescue breaths at the exact correct moments. That would be perfect. I think it's happened 3 times in the last 200 years. right? If you go too deep, you crack ribs. If you go the correct depth and she's an old lady, you crack ribs. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Make sure they understand, even if they're scared, they're not going to do the right thing, at least try. At least try. And, you know, you've got a very wide age group in there. Do the best you can, man. Do the best you can. I see I just had another great American chime in here by the name of Mike Quigley, 20 bones. Dummy rounds. Mike, I take it that $20 is for dummy rounds that you found in your magazines when you got home. Mike, you keep those dummy rounds. Personal gift from me to you for all that hot sauce. Here's the deal. Emery took those extra quarts of chili, brought them home. He put them in the fridge and forgot all about them. So I've been me and my dogs have been eating shit tons of the best chili you guys have ever had in your life. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Mike Quigley, great American, came down, took Combat Pistol 101, Combat Pistol Carbine. He came and took it again. He took it last year. He did awesome last year. He wanted to take it again. He came down Saturday night, day one of Combat Pistol Carbine. We have a night shoot, so we take a break late afternoon before we get into doing the slideshow for night shooting, and then we go out and we do a night fire. Mike and his partner in crime made 3 big pots, 3 different types of gourmet chili, and big chunks of pork and homily corn in it, and one was green and one had turkey in it, and they were just, and I'm not a big hot food. This stuff was spicy, but it was just awesome, just awesome. So Mike, I owe you big time. I owe you big time. I do indeed. So Mike, thank you so much for your continued support here on Tactical Rifleman. Yeah, Mike, you keep those dummy rounds, guys. We had snow come in, and then the next day, snow with all the movement drills, because we did shooting while moving and everything. Snow turns to mud, and you lose dummy rounds. It's just part of it. You lose dummy round. Zach threw down $20 minus shipping and handling. Sig Romeo 5 or Vortex Strike 2 for AR rifle, in your opinion? They're both good optics, man. Literally, they're not. Understand, they are not a EOTech. They're not an EOTech. But again, you're not locking out of subs from 60 feet. You're not doing halo jumps and fast roping out of helicopters. That's the reality. So for normal use, combat, literally, you're not going to go wrong with the Romeo 5 or that Strike Fire. You're just not. You're not going to go wrong with either one of them. They're both good optics. Just understand they're not top of the line optics. They're not. I'm not gonna sugarcoat stuff for you. But they're both good optics, guys. They are. They're both good optics. Yep. All right. Guys, while I'm waiting for all right. Okay. Susan said it's. Wow, I went way past 8:04. Chris Hogue, congratulations, you're our winner. Chris Hogue is the winner of the Essential Responder class being put on by Refuge Medical. That's the 11th and 12th of April, which is awesome, right? So here's what you do, Chris Hogue. You take a picture of your homepage here on YouTube that's got your avatar that says Chris Hogue. Take a picture of it. It doesn't have to be a good picture, cell phone picture, and email it to tacticalrifleman1@gmail.com. And in the subject, just put winner medical class. And when I get it, I will verify you are who you say you are. Chris Hogue's, good people, right? And I will forward it on personally to Refuge Medical. And I will see you at class. Now, if the rest of you guys want to attend this class, it's an awesome class. You can go to refugetraining.com. That's refugetraining.com. One of my moderators will put it in the chat window for me. That is 11th and 12th of April next month. It's less than a month away. And if you guys want to go, refugetraining.com, use code TR10. That's going to save you 10% off tuition. I don't get a dime of that. They said they would offer you guys that discount code because I'm helping them fill the class, which is awesome. So congrats to Chris Hogue. I think that's awesome. I really do. Chris couldn't go to a better person. All right. Sherry Champagne, a.k.a. Erica. It would have been great to take a class in the snow. Erica, you have a hard enough time walking with 2 canes on a tile floor, and you want to take a shooting class in the snow. Now, Erica, you know you're always welcome. I'm just giving you a hard time. Erica actually walks better when she's got a gun in her hand. Serious as a heart attack. Serious as a heart attack. Whoa. Not doing coffee tonight, guys. Why not? Why am I not doing coffee tonight? Excellent question. You guys know I love my coffee. Well, last live stream, I did 8 shots of espresso, and I had a bunch of stuff I needed to get done. I wanted to stay up. We had a great live stream. We had Steve Holland here. We had the man, the legend. So, awesome, right? And I was like, yeah, been a great night. And then I went up to go to bed. I kind of capped out. I'm better at like 4 to 6 shots of espresso at 10 o'clock at night. So you got to know your limit. I exceeded my limit last Tuesday. But anyways, no, I don't mind staying up. I'm all about it. I'm a bit of a night owl. I work hacker hours. I get computer work done when computer work needs to get done. But literally, I got to get up in the morning. I've got a insanely busy day tomorrow. So got some stuff I got to get done early in the morning, pre 6 a.m. So we're not staying up too late tonight, guys. We're just not. We're not going to stay up that late. Can you believe we had all those people say that Susan was awesome? Susan's awesome. And now everybody's saying, congratulations, Chris Hogue. Congrats, Chris. Congrats, Chris. Congrats, Chris. But we've only got 292 likes. We only got 292 likes. We only got 200. I want to do another giveaway, but I can't do another giveaway until we get the likes up. You understand, guys? It helps my algorithm a little bit if you guys would just click that like button. I'm not asking for much. Click the like button. Click the like. Click the like. Click the like. Click the like button, guys. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Not that hard. Not that hard. All right. Susan says, I've got another question. Let's check it out. This one's from Brad Easton. Hi, Carl. Do you have any experience with the 6-ARC cartridge? I'm shooting a 6.5 284 Norma, but I'm flirting with the 6-ARC cartridge. Thanks, Carl. 6-ARC, guys, is basically what they did was, because everybody understands the popular round for shooting precision rifle series for accuracy right now is the 6.5 Creedmoor. But if you look, another round that is actually a little more accurate, a little faster, a little flatter shooting is the 6mm Creedmoor. Okay. The problem with the 6mm Creedmoor is it's such a long, thin bullet. You've got all that extra drag in the barrel. Your barrel life on the 6mm Creedmoor is about 1,000 rounds less than a 6.5 Creedmoor. All right. Just food for thought there. So, but the whole world knows that 6.5 Creedmoor and 6mm Creedmoor are the ones winning all the matches right now. They're winning all the Precision Rifle Series matches. So there's interest in 6mm. Well, basically what they did was, because everyone under the sun owns an AR, everybody's which has that short I don't have an actual 6.5 here on my desk. I'm trying to find you a 308. Man, I got all kinds of shit here. All right, so this basically, it's not a 308. This is actually a 277 Sig Fury. But it's basically same length as a 308 or a 6.5 Creedmoor. All right, you've got your 5.56, that shorter magazine. Everybody has regular 5.56 magazines, and everybody's got ARs already. So what they were looking for is a more accurate bullet. Now, they went the opposite direction. You know, everybody wanted 5.56, but something that would hit harder. So there was the birth of the 300 Blackout. 300 Blackout is a great round, suppressed. Unsuppressed supersonic, you're basically hitting like an AK, but understand it drops off. It doesn't have that good range that 5.56 has. Let's take that to the next level with the 6 arc. So I don't personally own a 6 arc yet. That said, I have a great buddy. He was actually a troop sergeant major in my old unit named Jimmy Adams. He was on 514, my sister's sniper team. And Jimmy Adams lives and breathes accuracy. That's his whole life now is accurate guns. And he's working with a company developing the 6 arc. So what Jimmy tells me is it is badass, flat shooting, everything. If all you can have is a short magazine, the 6 arc is probably the most accurate you're ever going to get with it for long range shooting. My personal opinion is if you own a AR-15 or 2 or 3 of them, you should probably get a AR-10. And in an AR-10, you can then have a 308 casing neck down to 6 Creedmoor or 6.5 Creedmoor, and you're just gonna get more range than the arc does, right? More range than the arc does. Woo! We mixed that a little strong. Little strong. All right. If there is a second giveaway tonight, you need to pick a different phrase. Please don't make me read "Donut is awesome." You guys heard the lady. All right, here's the deal. Victronics. Can you guys focus on that? I don't know. I don't know if you guys got that or not. Let me go to my close-up camera. Victronics. Right? You guys know they make the Swiss Army knife, guys. They make the Swiss Army knife. Here's the deal. One of my first videos a million years ago, literally a million years ago, was for this old pocket knife that I liked. And it had an Army NSN, National Stock Number, so that military units could order it. And this is still my knife, my one and only. I don't carry, I carry a Spider-Man, but Spyderco. But guys, badass knife. It's actually got a liner locker on that main blade. All right, but so anyways, I got it from Joe the Knife Guy. Joe the Knife Guy, great friend of mine, and Joe still works with these guys called the Windrose Group. Windrose Group. Windrose Group. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put it in the chat window for you guys. All right, chat window. Click enter, Carl. If you guys look, I just put it in the chat window for you. But basically, you reach out to them, you can actually get this knife. But I wouldn't do that because there's a chance you can win one tonight. He actually sent me 2 of these. And I haven't opened them yet. So let's check it out. He asked me, he said, Carl, why don't you do a giveaway? All right, so it doesn't have the Swiss Army knife, Swiss military logo on it. Instead, it's got the U.S. Army. I know it's still got the Swiss flag. I got that, but it's subdued. Notice it says U.S. All right, partially serrated blade. Okay, guys, this is not just a block blade. This thing, guys, it's Victronics, so it's high quality. Man, they got all kinds of cool stuff in here. Let's see if I can get that out. I can get that out. All kinds of great stuffage. Phillips head screwdriver, and of course the awl. If you guys don't know what an awl is used for, you're really selling yourself short. All right. Deep inside. Got to get that one out too. And last but not least, got to get that one out, and then that one. Come on, I know the saw is in there. Where's my saw? There it is, right there. All right. So, yes, it's got the blade. Yes, it's got the saw. Now, that puppy right there, guys, that is what a correct can opener is supposed to look like. Not the hook that you see on a lot of army knives. But that puppy right there is sharp, guys, and it's the correct way to open tools. And then at the other end, you've got your Phillips head screwdriver. I'm sorry, flathead screwdriver and bottle opener. Why? Because you got to have a bottle opener, I guess. I use my cigarette lighter to do that, right? But again, and then on the back, you've got your Phillips head screwdriver and your awl. So, badass knife. Got the U.S. logo on it, and I'm going to give it away to you guys. I am. Now, if you guys want to get your hands on one of these things, I already put the link in there. You basically reach out to Winrose Group. I want to say it was like $65 or something like that was the discount that Joe was going to do for you guys. Yeah, I think that's what he said. Let's see, giveaway. Yeah, Joe, if you're in the window watching, Joe, put what it is. But basically, guys, if you're interested in getting one of these things, go to winrosegroup.com, and it's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It is a good knife. If you're a pocket knife guy, it's definitely the way to go for sure, without a doubt. All right, so how do you win this? I appreciate you asking. We have to come up with a new term, and it is I'm sorry, Susan. I love Donut. I love Chem. I got to do it, Susan. I got to, because I love Donut that much. Donut's good people. If you guys are interested in winning the Knife of Woe, all right, put in the chat window. Donut is awesome. And remember, you got a limit. You can't put it in more than 3 times. And guys, this knife is actually in service with like 10 different European militaries. And obviously there is a national stock number for the U.S. military, U.S. government also. But it is actually issued to a lot of military units in Europe. Why? Because it's a no shit good knife, guys. It's a good knife. It's a good knife. Of course, you can open it one-handed. That was one of the questions a lot of you guys had. You can't open it one-handed. So Donut is awesome. Sorry, Susan. Sorry. I know you didn't want to read it. Nobody. Wow, you guys want in on this a lot more than you wanted in on that free medical class. That's okay. Everybody likes a free knife, right? I'll tell you what, we are going to draw this one at, let's do it at 8:30. 8:30, and then all you guys can go home. All right. I know you guys only watch for the giveaways, right? JT Yersley, you suck. And of course, then Donut puts in, I am. Donut then says, I am. Oh, the funny stuff that we do here. Sorry, Susan, I threw you under the bus. That it is what it is. Well, you guys are all going back and forth because nobody's putting in questions right now. The cool part about this is I get to talk a little bit about mine. Now, my plan was to talk about Operation Valkyrie, but I got sidetracked last Tuesday, literally, because Steve Holland stopped by to visit. And we love having Steve here, so we talked about whatever Steve wanted to talk about because Steve is awesome. But yeah, everybody's already forgotten about Operation Valkyrie now. That's okay. But I want to let you know my son has been collecting up all the video footage and cell phone footage and GoPro cameras and 360 cameras. And he's going to make 2 videos. First one is what we call the short video. It's 22 minutes long, where basically I talk about what we did step by step all the way through Operation Valkyrie. This is the plaque for it right here, guys. You see all the signatures. We had a great time. And yeah, Operation Valkyrie was awesome. So anyways, Nick takes the 22 minutes of me basically talking nonstop verbal diarrhea. This is what we did start to finish. And he has plugged in all the footage to make you a 22-minute video. Now, I think you guys will enjoy that. I think you will. But we filmed so much great footage that Nicholas has asked, can I make an extended version? And why not? Why would you not do that? Why? So there will also be an extended version that includes like all the helmet cam footage of the guys shooting in the caves and meeting footage. And you guys know Nutrient Survival sponsored Operation Valkyrie. We had a bunch of other little sponsors, but Nutrient Survival stepped up to the plate. But the cool part was the CEO from Nutrient Survival also attended. They bought the last slot for the class, second to last slot. Came, and I basically had my son follow. His name's Eric Christensen, great guy. Had Nicholas follow Eric through all the thing, and like when he got done doing something, so what do you think? What about? I said, man, we're getting prepared to do this, and really, so it's some great footage. Eric is a very quiet, humble guy. He's a West Pointer, but he's very quiet and humble, and. Anyways, I'm looking for that's the video I'm looking forward to. Yeah, it's probably gonna be an hour long, probably. And I know a lot of people on YouTube want short 3 to 5 minute videos. Me too. When I'm looking up how to clean my espresso machine, I want the 3-minute video. I don't want the 20-minute one. But I'm just not good at. I'm just not good at that. I'm really not. I'm kind of long-winded. If you guys haven't figured that out yet, it's 8:22 p.m. and I'm still talking. So yeah, I got another one in from Susan Brecha. John, chemistry student. Since Honey Bunny is taking Pistol 101 with me, what skills does she really need to master beforehand? Chem. What they're talking about, guys, is one of our moderators, chemistry student. He is actually bringing his blushing bride, his wife, to Combat Pistol 101. And they're going to take it together, which is that not so awesome? Because everybody, all of you guys, you all shoot your guns and you all think you're awesome. But the reality is, when you're gone, who's at home? Your family. Can they shoot? Are they good with firearms? Are they good at firearm safety, situational awareness, stuff like that? So hats off to chemistry student for bringing Honey Bunny. And Chem, honestly, for me, go watch our video on how to properly load and make ready. How to load and unload your pistol, right? And then have her watch the videos on how to draw. So she's watching me explain it, all right? And then just work on her with that. And if she can properly load the pistol, all right, go over reloads, speed reloads versus tac mag reloads. And if you just get her, even just with dummy rounds, familiar with drawing, and putting the pistol away safely, and reloading and loading, what you'll find is Combat Pistol 101 is not a basic pistol course, but it is our entry-level combat shooting course. And but we do start with the basics of pistol. We blow through the basics fairly quickly, but so long as you've covered the bases with her, and she is comfortable with the firearm. In other words, not scared of it. And she's like, bang. So long as she's not doing that, so long as she can actually hit the target, you can keep her inside of a pie plate at 5 meters. She'll do fine. She's going to do awesome. Honey Bunny's not going to have any problem at all. I had Mel Weatherman, Angry American's wife, came and took the course, and she did great. Raquel Clark, American Gun Chick, she came and took the course. She did fine. She'll do fine. We'll hoist one for American Gun Chick. She actually just had a baby. She actually found out she was pregnant in the middle of our combat pistol carbine course that same weekend. She all of a sudden had morning sickness and everything and was like late for class and throwing up and all that. And that's when they like, hey, we need to go take the test. Holy shit, I'm pregnant. If you'd seen her boyfriend, I so wouldn't do that. Okay. American Gun Chick's awesome, guys, because people want to bash her for, well, she made this mistake, she made that mistake. Okay, fine. She is out there showing new female shooters that it's okay to like guns without looking butch. Literally, and she's trying to make the world a better place. So I ask you guys to take it easy on her. All right. Glocks are for kids. 5 bones. When I'm not home, it's just my dogs. I'll have to get Travis in on his training. Yeah. He could probably help you out. There's actually a great, we did a video on canines, and you find it in our video archive. That canine instructor up at Louisville, right there at the Louisville Armory, his canine training thing is on the back side of the wall. He's actually quit training law enforcement dogs, and now he literally does like the kind of training that you're looking for of canines there, Robin. So you might want to check that out also. All right. Mike Cunnels is back with 20 bones. What's your favorite class to teach? What's your favorite part of Operation Valkyrie? My favorite class to teach, hands down, is our Patreon class. Patreon class is 5 days long. We do a pre-day. We call it the 0 day, and that's for patrons that are going to bring their families. Let's say you've got a wife, a daughter, a son that are not familiar with firearms. We start off literally kindergarten level. Firearm safety. This is how a gun works. This, that, and the other. The whole day is, we do pistol, we do carbine, we do lever guns, we do shotguns, but it's fun. And then we get into the Patreon class itself. Situational awareness, combat mindset, escapology, how to get out of handcuffs and zip ties, survival classes, tracking classes, medical classes. And I bring in all the subject matter experts for this. So you've got Angry American there. You've got Randy Worst there. Alan Kay did survival this last one. We had Travis Hall come do the medical class. Asset, the training company out of Nashville, did on-road driving, tactical driving. This year, we're doing the course down in Texas. We're not doing driving this year. The curriculum's still kind of up in the air. We are going to be doing precision rifle. We'll have the Barrett 50 cals there. We're going to have a couple Barrett 50 cals. We're going to have some full auto guns. Yeah, we're going to have a great time. That is my favorite class to train because the days are shorter. We take longer lunches. The days are shorter. But then we all get together in the evening at the pavilion so everybody can sit around, visit with the rest of the Patreon family. Yes, you have to be a patron to attend that. But we had patrons there that pay $1 a month. We had patrons there that pay significantly more. But it doesn't matter. You're all part of the Patreon family. So it's awesome. I know Heather Flyfishes and Phil W. and G have already signed up. A bunch of other people have already signed up for the Patreon class this year. I believe Susan Britcher and her husband Glenn are going to make it this year if the whole COVID restriction thing gets lifted. Jerry J has been there a couple years in a row. We've had Pat O'Connor. Sherry Champagne is usually there. Hoping we can get Rob and Patty there this year. I'm gonna get all my nutbags there together. We have such a great time. So that hands down is my favorite class to teach without a doubt. As far as my favorite part of Operation Valkyrie, it is seeing I call them civilians, but they're really not. We have a lot of former military guys that come through, former law enforcement, but basically these are guys paying to come do Operation Valkyrie on their own dime. Seeing them do the mission briefing, because we follow the same con-op format. That's an unclassified version of the same con-op format for mission briefing that's still being used by SOCOM today. We do the unclassified version of it, but I get them deep into the whole scenario. They've got a 29-page area study about the continent of Atlantica and the 3 countries that are there, and population centers and all these geographical things and weather patterns and everything. And there's just so much that goes into the scenario. And watching them after mission briefing start doing the rehearsals with their sniper mentors and then actually getting ready to infill, these guys, even though they know it's a class, they know it's canned, they know in less than 48 hours they're going to graduate, they get into that mindset that this is real, and or as real as it can get for them. And it's a great time, it really is. All right, Susan... she said, all right, we got it right here. The winner, drum roll, give me a drum roll. One of you guys, give me a drum roll. Drum roll. Drum roll. Type it in there, type it in. Somebody type me a drum roll. Somebody type me a drum roll. All right, and the winner is of our sexy Victronics knife. I'm sure that they'll say I'm saying it wrong, but that's okay because I'm not from Switzerland. All right, we got it. Where are you guys at? Right there. Right, sexy. Let's crack that puppy open. What did you just win? I got the winner. I'm not gonna name it yet. All right, guys. It is this brand new sexy knife. It's got a saw. It's got of course, it's got a blade. A locking blade, locking saw. Basically, got a Phillips screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, bottle opener, can opener, saw, and half serrated blade. Totally badass. I love this thing. And the winner is, drum roll, Michael Hallett. Michael Hallett, you're the winner, brother. Michael Hallett is the winner. Michael, here's what I need you to do. Just like before, take a picture go to your homepage. You don't have to do it right now. You don't have to bail. Take a picture of your homepage that has your avatar that says Michael Hallett. You're the actual Michael Hallett. And then put it into an email to tacticalrifleman1@gmail.com. And in subject, just put winner of the knife. And then I need your shipping address because my son is going to ship this out to you guys. Guys, I'm sorry if you didn't win. I'm sorry you didn't win. You didn't win. But what about if you wanted one of these knives? Guys, if you want one of these knives, what you got to do is you got to go reach out to Joe the Knife Guy at the Winrose Group. And I just put it in the chat window for you right there. Literally. I'm serious. Giveaway of knife, www.winrosegroup.com. Literally go there and let them know. Give them a call. Call Joe the Knife Guy and say, hey, I saw this on Tactical Rifleman and I would like to get my hands on one of these knives. I got 2 of them. Does that mean we can do another giveaway? Guys, I want to. Let's not do it tonight. Let's not. I got other stuff to give away other days, but we're already, you understand, we are an hour and a half into this already. We really are, and I need to get some sleep tonight. I really do. So I have literally been not drinking coffee tonight. I've been drinking cough medicine. I've been drinking cough medicine to help me get to sleep early. We're good to go. All right, so literally, because I'm going to sleep good tonight. You know I am. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. We've had a good live stream tonight. I mentioned we just did that great class this past weekend. And this weekend's video, I didn't get very many... I didn't get very many views on it. It's the 6, 7, 8 drill. I like doing shooting drills. And I got a bunch of shooting drills. So we'll see. Everybody said, Carl, we want more shooting drill videos. Okay. So I did a shooting drill video. And of course, it immediately got demonetized because I'm shooting. And which means I don't make any money off of it. But you guys asked for it. And then it didn't get any views. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So anyways, next week's video, that's actually this week's video. Today's Tuesday. It'll be Friday. You guys know the deal. It comes out at noon Eastern. Is a video I brought Rick Lamb, Command Sergeant Major Rick Lamb, and you guys know he had his whole uniforms and stuff. One of the parts of one of his history of uniforms and equipment, we did a series on him last year. But one of the videos that sparked a lot of comments was about the equipment that MacVSOG used. So I asked him, hey, would you do another gear and gun video, just on that section? And he said, yeah, sure, Carl, I can do that. So Rick Lamb drove all the way up from Tampa, Florida. Drove all the way up to do it, and what do? I brought John Stryker Myers in to do the video with Rick Lamb. So I'm not in it. I'm not in the video. I'm in it, but I leave. So that those two fine gentlemen could just go back and forth about all the great stuff that MacVSOG did. So anyways, it's a long video. It's a long video. I'm sure it will be completely demonetized again. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. One of the videos I am working on, though, that is important to me. I understand you guys, it's not important to you guys. It's not. Everybody laughs. Carl, we don't care about it. The primary arms optic, the 1X micro prism. You guys remember me talking about it in, we did a video, Best Combat Optic, and I had the EOTech represent a holographic weapon sight. For the red dot, I used the Sig Romeo 8T, and for the micro prisms, I used this primary arms 1X micro prism. It is the smallest, clearest, toughest son of a gun as far as micro prisms go. Well, I've been running this thing. You asked the guys that were just in the class this weekend. I'm easily crushing all the drills on this, and I deliberately did not turn the reticle on. I'm just using the black reticle, and it is totally badass. So I'm working on that video. I got a couple scenes to shoot left. We did the one with it in the oven. Didn't throw the zero off at all, right? Because everybody bitched about the EOTech having thermal drift. Okay, not a problem with this puppy. But then I'm getting ready to, I meant to do it. Well, we had all this snow and ice on the ground. I didn't get around to it in time. So I'm going to end up having to, no joke, put it in the deep freezer in a vat of water. I'm going to freeze the dog crap out of it. Why? Because I can't kill this thing. I've tried. Ask the students in my class this past weekend. It gets thrown on the ground on the optic. It gets, because I'm rough on stuff. Why would you do that? Why would you throw, and you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't. But understand, you're doing a halo landing, or you coming out of the up armored Humvee and somebody slams the 600-pound armored door on your leg. your optic gets that whack, right? It's hard to slow down a 600-pound door. And you fall, you trip coming off the helicopter, and you whack, and 200 pounds with 35 pounds of lightweight kit moving, you're hitting with 300 pounds of force on this gun. It needs to be tough. So if I throw my TR1 rifle on the ground with the and it lands on the optic, I don't worry about the rifle because it's badass. I don't worry about the optic because it truly is badass. It's got the Cyclops reticle in it, guys. And if you're not familiar with the whole ACSS system of reticles, you guys know I swear by them on my pistols. I was just showing you guys the Vulcan earlier. It's badass, guys. It really is. That's the green one. Man, I love that puppy right there. I got to brighten it for you. Green reticle. I know it looks blurry to you guys because it's not in focus, but guys, this is now. Why is it here on my desk and not on my gun? Because literally, I've been rocking the new enclosed one. The enclosed. This is the one to go on my SIG. I gotta train with the M18 SIG. I gotta train with the Glocks. I gotta train with whatever units are using out there. It's a good time. Good time. So, anyways, I'm a big fan of it. So far, the 1X Micro Prism is badass. If you're looking for a go to hell zombie gun where you won't ever need batteries, pretty badass. Yep, made by Primary Arms. You guys know the deal. Here's the deal. If you're going to buy something from Primary Arms, and I know they're all over the website and everything, any of these companies, you go to tacticalrifleman.com, and I've got a little thing there that says companies we love. Click on that and you'll see I have a list of companies that give us promo codes. ATS Tactical Gear, for example, TR10 and TACR10, those promo codes save you 10%. MGM Targets, use TR10, saves you 10% off their targets. Likewise, there's a bunch of companies there. Now, Primary Arms always has their stuff on sale anyways, but if you click on that link there, if you go to Primary Arms through Tactical Rifleman, that at least lets them know that I'm being loyal. You're being loyal to me, and I'm being loyal to them, sending them there. It lets them see, that, Carl really does love our stuff. I do. Guys, I'm not big on a lot of don't get me wrong, I love Leopold, I love Night Force, I love Smith and Bender. I do, but unless you're that SOCOM unit that can afford that, that $5,000 scope. Yeah, one of my Smith and Benders is $5,000. What about the rest of us? That's what you guys hit me up about. What about the rest of us, Carl? So I did my homework. I went out there, and of all the other brands out there, I'm sorry, I'm not pushing guys to Vortex. I'm not. They haven't won me over. Vortex has not won me over. Primary Arms has won me over. Okay. All right. Got my schedule. All right. If you guys are interested in taking one of our classes, you can go to tacticalrifleman.com. We've got a big stack of classes there. The classes are starting to fill up, but I still got slots. So it's basically good for you because basically any class you decide to pick. Below the video afterward, please. I will. I'll do that. Let's see if I can do that right now, Susan, so I don't forget. Susan's like, Carl, you can't do it right now in the middle of a live stream. Actually, I think I can. Maybe not. No, I can't do it right now because you guys are actually in the middle of... I'll put it underneath the video. I will. Let me write that down. Link, knife, under video. It's a pretty cool knife, don't you think? It's a pretty cool knife. Joe the Knife Guy, as I've been dealing with him. I was active duty. I think I met Joe, SHOT Show. Oh, shit. 2002, 2003 time frames. We became good friends. He is hands down on the top 5 ugliest guys you'll ever meet. I love Joe to death. And we're good friends. And he lost his woman this year. So y'all take it easy on him. He needs love. Joe needs love. Needs love. So you guys buy some knives for him. Old school Leopold scope is the best. Then Primary Arms, K-Mac. Okay, I'll buy that for $1. Leopolds are solid. Yeah, Leopolds are L-E-U. Yeah, there's a typo. We spell it different here than Leopold actually does, which I think is funny. I do indeed think is funny. Susan dinged me again. All right. I think I already got that one. Hey, Carl, have you ever done a shooting challenge that the patrons can participate in for bragging rights? I'll put it on the list for this year. All right, patrons, be forewarned. We are going to do what shooting drill to do. We'll let it be a surprise. We'll have to make it a pistol one because not everybody is carbine. All right, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a lever gun or something. Maybe we'll do a Barrett 50 cal one. Shooting drill. Let the patrons. Nah, you're right. To make it fair, I've got to let the patrons know ahead of time. Patreon course is in November, 3rd week of November this year, down in Texas. So in other words, deer season's already over with. Everybody's relaxed. The big thing is because they wanted me to do it in Texas. Texas is too hot in September. It's just too hot. It's too hot. So we are going to push it back to November. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be, Vince is saying El Presidente. Maybe. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. Susan should be good at El Prez because she has been practicing. She's actually a member of a big shooting club in her and her husband both over in Australia, which is good stuff indeed. I'm very proud of both of them for all the great stuff that they do. Let's see. I'm going to come back over here, see if I missed any super chats. All right. Let's see. Nutbags. Love it. Haha. That's from Civilian 000. And then Chris Hogue, $10. Beginner stuff for your off-road vehicle. Last time I asked, you said toe strap. What's next? Off-road vehicle. You got to have a tow strap. Think recovery. All right. Now, if you can afford to put a winch on the vehicle, that would be next. That allows you to self-recover. If you can't afford a winch, literally, you got to go with, get yourself a set of track pads. We never used track pads in the military because we would cut up pieces of carpet, believe it or not, old carpet, keep them rolled up, and you could actually lay out carpets on the sand or the mud, and they work like track boards. But the big hotness now is everybody buys track boards. Okay, track boards are okay. Understand if you don't have them, you can use your floor mats. Floor mats give you a little bit more traction. But yeah, if you've got a toe strap and a couple, next would be a couple of soft shackles. Everybody knows what a shackle is. A shackle is for attaching that toe strap to your vehicle. Okay, but you've got to have hard points on your vehicle for attaching a shackle to. A lot of vehicles don't have that. Cars, for example, don't have hard points that a shackle will fit through. All cars have toe points and anchor points. What I mean by that is if you get, like, let's say you've got a Camaro with that big air dam underneath the front of it, right? They have to have a way to strap that vehicle down for transport on a flatbed truck. So in the back and in the front, if you get up underneath, you'll see this little cut metal, basically triangle, And that is the anchor point for the truck drivers to hook the tow strap to, the anchor strap. So all cars have them. The problem though is a shackle won't fit through that anchor point, but a soft shackle will. If you don't know what a soft shackle is, it works the same as a shackle. It's for attaching that tow strap to your trailer hitch or to your anchor point on the front of the vehicle, but it's soft. It's made out of Dyneema, basically the same synthetic material that the winch cable on my winch is made out of. It's got a big monkey fist knot at one end and a loop at the other end, and you run it through your tow strap and hook it on there. So yeah, I'd say that would be next. Once you got your tow strap, get yourself one, preferably two soft shackles. Soft shackles are awesome. I'm a big fan of soft shackles. Soft shackles are indeed awesome. I went back as far as I can. Guys, if I missed your super chat, I apologize. I'm scrolling down. I'm looking for questions now. I don't see any questions. Got a bunch of cough medicine is 80 proof. I cut it with I cut it with Body Armor Light, so it's not that strong. It's really not. It's quite tasty. Thank you very much. Don't judge me. All right, at Chem Student, darn that sucks. Ooh, good night, Shady. Guys, no, I don't know what y'all are talking about. I've been out of the chat window. All right, here's the deal, guys. We are coming up on our 2-hour mark. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And I will put the link to the knife underneath. I will do that for you guys. I got a few other notes I wanted to talk about tonight. But the big thing is I got to answer your questions. My notes will wait for next week. Next Tuesday, I'll see you guys right back here. Same time, same channel. Right back here. Again, I want to thank Vedder Holsters. Vedder Holsters. It's good stuff, guys. Legitimately, good stuff indeed. Most of their customers give them 5-star ratings. You've actually had a couple guys here in the chat room that said they have Vedder holsters. But to me, the big deal is, unlike a lot of companies that offer custom products, they literally offer custom products. So if you got that weird light or whatever, they have short turnaround times, usually 2 to 3 days production on them. So that's a big deal, guys. That is. They do more than holsters. They do leather gun belts, all kinds of stuff like that. But you get that sleek look. Again, that is from Vedder Holsters. Vedder Holsters, if you're watching, I want to thank you guys for sponsoring tonight. I think it's totally badass. I'm asking you guys that enjoyed the live stream tonight. Yeah, you've enjoyed the live stream, haven't you? I've enjoyed the live stream. I wish you guys would be loyal to my sponsors because they've been loyal to me. I think that's fair, right? I think that's fair. Do me a favor. Go check out, click like one more time if you haven't already. Click like, and then go check out VedderHolsters.com. It's good stuff indeed. And that's all we got. Susan and the rest of my moderators, thank you very much for helping me out tonight. JT, Cam, Donut, you guys are awesome. You know you are. You know you're awesome. You know you're awesome. I need to get some sleep, guys. I have had a rough go of it. And it's going to be awesome. I'll see you guys next time. Y'all take care and shoot straight.
Coming right there.